Welcome to episode 9 of Get Me Into Uni, and today we're in Cov with our next guest on the show. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Oscar. I'm a first year maths student at the Uni of Warwick.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Oscar, and welcome to the show. How are you finding first term so far at Warwick?
So first times it's been pretty chill. I've been going out like quite a lot. You know, the social life, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's the best, but there are options and you can have fun if you want to, so it's pretty good so far.
Very interesting, very interesting. And now for the aspiring mathematicians, I'm sure everyone's curious to know, what A-levels did you take and how did they go for you?
So I took maths, further maths, physics and econ, and like they were all calm. So there weren't really many issues with that. So
Okay, great to hear, great to hear. Let's move on to admissions tests now. So Warwick take TMUA. How did that go for you? How did you prepare for it and what did you get in the end? How did it go?
yeah, so I got an 8.9 in the TMUA. So I did pretty well on that. Basically, preparation, the key part is just do as many practice questions as you can. I know that's like the kind of the standard advice, like it's not really a satisfying answer, but there's no magical fix which will magically make you better at TMUA. So if you're doing it in like January or next year, you just got to do some practice questions. Make sure you understand the theory. If I can give you one piece of advice, for like the proof and logic questions, rewrite necessary and sufficient as if-then statements. So I'll say that again, just rewrite stuff as if-then statements. If you don't know what that means, just like search that up, see what I mean by that, and it'll make it so much easier for you. But just in general, just spam practice questions.
Some very good advice there. And what about people who have to take the step? So some people have to do that for Warwick, I think. Have you had experience with the step?
Yeah, so I did a step. So I did have an offer from Cambridge, but I missed it because of the step. So I got a 2-2 on step, and basically, if you do get a step, you just got to start grinding really hard for that. I prepared quite a lot, I would say, but it's still, there's like levels, and you just got to prepare like really hard for this step. So if anyone has a step next year, or for this year or next year, like good luck with that. Just make sure you do a lot of questions. There's loads of practice papers out there, so just do a lot of work for that.
I've heard the acceptance rate for maths at Cambridge is also very low because of the step. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? And what about your experience with your interview at Cambridge? So what kind of questions they ask you and what advice would you give for people who have to prepare for it?
Yeah, so the interview, to be fair, the interview wasn't actually too bad. I don't think it was like that stressful. I know a lot of people get stressed out by it, but my interviewers, they were good. They made sure I was pretty relaxed and stuff. If I had to give you like resources to use, what I used was this thing called a TBO problem solving booklet. You can search that up. There's like 150 questions, interview style. Some of them are much harder than in an interview, but they're all interview style. And like one of the questions I did on that booklet pretty much came up word for word in my interview. It was slightly different, but the principle was the same. So I did that really quickly, which helped a lot, of course. But just in general, that's just a good booklet to get used to interview style questions. But just in general, again, it's just about doing practice. That's all it is with maths. Just do a lot of practice of questions. There's no like quick fix to it.
Well, lots of valuable advice there for aspiring mathematicians. Good luck if you have to do an interview for Cambridge. And now this is a question from Sai, who was the previous guest on this show. He asks, what was the craziest thing you've seen on a night out?
The craziest thing? Okay, the craziest thing has probably got to be I saw a guy shirtless oiling up while some freaky weekend song was playing on full volume. So that was probably the craziest thing.
Well, I don't really have any words for that. Interesting. And what is one question you'd like to ask the next guest on this show?
One question? Ooh, that's tough. It has to be a secret. We'll surprise them.
Well, we'll see. Well, thank you very much for your time, Oscar, and thank you for coming on the show.
No worries. Thank you guys for watching.